Okay, hello and welcome to our second part of 3-5 working with sets lesson. So in the last lesson, we did all of our notation and talked about roster form and set builder notation. Today, we are going to do the second part, and we're going to talk about subsets and complements of sets. So we're going to begin our lesson with problem 3, and I'm going to put this closer here. And we're going to start with talking about subsets and how to find a subset. So the prefix sub, just so we're all aware, means something that's part of something larger, right? In this case, a subset means part of a larger set. So what are the subsets of the set 3, 4, and 5? Basically, what we have to do is list all the possible sets that you can get from these number combinations. Now, one thing is that order doesn't matter, okay? And so 3, 4, 5 is the same as listing it in the order 5, 4, 3, or something like that. Okay, so our subsets of this set, first of all, might be the actual set itself count. So our first subset might be 3, 4, and 5. You could have all 3 numbers as a subset. Now, the smaller sets that we could have just 3 and 4. We could have just 3 and 5. We could have 3, or I'm sorry, we could have 4 and 5. That's all our sets of 2 that we could possibly have. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 subsets. Now you could even have smaller subsets if you just have one of the elements. So you could have a subset of 3. You could have a subset of 4. Or you could have a subset of just 5. And so those all count as subsets as well. And there's actually one more subset that you could have, and that is called the empty set or the null set. That means that none of the elements are in the set. So up here on the note packet, if you've got it, we have the definition here. So the empty set or the null set means no elements in the set or are part of the set are in the set. Okay, and it's denoted either with a bracket that is empty, or you can use the no solution symbol for that. So that's the first thing. Subsets is really pretty easy once you know what it's talking about. I just like to think of it as, okay, you've got all these numbers, and you can have any combination of them. And so that's how you do subsets. Now, next page, if you turn it over, it's a little more reading and things to talk about, okay? So the next part, it says, when working with sets, you call the largest set you're working with the universal set, okay? So depending on what you're talking about, the largest set is the universal set, or the universe. The complement of this set is the set of all the elements in the universal set that are not in the set. You denote the complement of A, so that's the example, by using A with a little apostrophe on it. So that's A complement. So this is how you write it, like that. Okay, and then there's some more notation here. So it says in the Venn diagram below, U represents the universal set. So here's the big set. Notice that A, and this is the symbol, okay? The symbol for subset is like a sideways U, and then it's got a line underneath. So A is a subset of the universal set. It fits inside there. And A complement is also a subset. So A complement is everything that's not in the set. So this is like a pictorial version of this. Okay, so let's do, it's easier for me to explain this if we do an example. So listed below in the example are all the different chess pieces. So you have a king, and it lists all the directions you can move the king. You can move him up, down, left, right, and you can move him in both diagonals. Same with the queen. She can move all directions as well. The bishop can only move on the diagonals. The knights can move left, right, and down, and then once they move, they can move left and right and up and down. Rook can move up, down, left, or right, and the pawn can only move up. So the question here is the universal set, U, is the king, queen, bishop, knight, rook, and pawn. So all of these is a universal set. That's our big set. Set A is the set of chess pieces that move side to side. All right, so maybe let's start by listing set A. So what chess pieces move side to side? Not only side to side, but can. So if you look, the king can move side to side. The queen can also move side to side. The bishop cannot. The knight can move side to side. The rook can move side to side. And the pawn cannot. So set A, this is set A, right? Here's our universal set of all of them. That's the big set. Set A is the king, queen, knight, and the rook. And then what is the complement of set A? So we would write it like this, A with an apostrophe. Sorry, can't see that. So the complement means all the ones that cannot move side to side. So in this case, the ones that cannot move side to side are the bishop and the pawn. So a complement is just that set. But these are both subsets of the universal set. Okay, hopefully you find that helpful. Our assignment today is to finish our assignment from yesterday. So we're going to do 3-5 practice, and we're going to do numbers 18 through 31. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.